Now it's time to see who has the heart.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your fight. Now go out there and take it.
Everybody grab it out there. Nobody tackle. Just grab it, everybody. Grab. Nobody tackle.
Welcome to the Best of Tailgate Talk, where we go back into the archives and hear some of our special guests you may have missed the first time around. We'll be back with the Best of Tailgate Talk after this. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. Call 233-4430 or order online at Applebee's.com and pick your meal up with Carside to Go. Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 in Athens, just off I-65. Eating good in the neighborhood. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right, and Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell, there when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together, that's what we strive for.
Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC. PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clemens sports, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net. Welcome to the Best of Tailgate Talk. We streamed from the Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame ceremonies last Saturday, so this week we're going to bring it to you in case you missed it or just couldn't attend. We spoke with board member April Davis, along with members of this year's class, Jill Clark, Michael Crutcher, and Keith Dunnavant, and we'll bring those conversations as well as the induction ceremonies themselves. Keep it here. We'll be back with the Best of Tailgate Talk. P4 Therapy is an outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Home security is not what it used to be. With Secure Connect and smart home integration features, you can unlock your doors and turn off your alarm from your smart home app. No more hiding a key under a rock. Get Secure Connect and live life connected. Call Ardmore Telephone Company at 800-830-9946 to secure your home today.
Now that you've got that new place on the water, BP Riverworks can finish the picture with a boathouse, dock, or seawall. Call Barron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks, licensed and insured, 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097. Now on a platform near you, the only year-round weekly podcast covering the Huntsville Havoc, the Wreakin' Havoc Podcast. News, interviews, and more. Dropping every Thursday, we'll just reek of the Huntsville Havoc. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and listen, follow, and subscribe on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app and online at wreakinhavoc.com.
Hey, this is Joel Schrank of Oakmont High School. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside Tojo Jay Vassar, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. Our first guest of the evening is former inductee, 2016 in Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame inductee, April Davis. You just been walking around here looking at everybody. We thought we'd just grab you.
That's fine. You know, I just now put my dress on. I had on my joggers and my T-shirt. You can't decorate.
Okay.
Can't decorate all fancied up.
No, you can't. No, you get sweating and stuff.
I was sweating.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, welcome to the show. Thanks for stopping and joining us.
Thank you.
So,
I like y'all.
You do?
Yeah, listen. I listen.
That makes one of you.
My son's
Really?
been on. Yeah. He ran his mouth when he was on. He told Clint Legg he would, with just a little bit of practice, he could beat me at pickleball.
He said that on the radio.
On the radio.
Ooh.
On the radio. It hadn't happened.
Well, did you show him what the reality actually was?
Showed him who was boss. Yeah.
I tell you what, every time me and Clint's walking, she's out there playing, wearing somebody out.
Really?
Yeah.
The athletic drive never leaves.
No, except now, like you think you're 20.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 51.
Yeah.
And so everybody that's my age, or even, well, I don't even know my age, probably even 30, everybody's hurt.
Yeah.
Something's hurt.
Yeah.
Something's hurt.
Mine,
it's just a matter of what's hurt.
My injuries
how bad
take a rotation, and they'll last about a month, and then they'll go away.
Yeah.
And then something else starts. So it's constant from tendonitis to shoulders to elbows to.
A lot of knees. We're seeing a lot of knees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not good at paddle sports.
Yeah.
Jay, you look like you got something to say.
So, what's it like being on the board?
Well,
we won't tell nobody what you're about to say.
It's fun. It's fun. I have to take cookies to every. I mean,
Do ya?
You, Tim, you grew up with my mom being, team mom, and I bet every time you got on a bus, there were some chocolate chip cookies. And I guess that I got that from her. So every meeting I come in, set the cookies down. They don't have a clue. They're slice and bake. They don't care. They haven't nothing to try. No, they don't.
Is that those little Nestle tall houses? You pull them out, cut them, and
yeah.
Just like you
could not be easier.
You don't use an easy bake oven, do you?
One day. No, I came in one day, and Barry Hamilton.
She'd still been cooking. If
I know,
right? Oh yeah, they'd still be in those. I came in one day, I was running late, and I kind of snuck in, and Barry Hamilton looked around the room after about 5 minutes, and he said, that's where I was.
Yeah.
He said, "Where's those cookies?" Nice to see you.
You spoil them, and then
they are spoiled.
Forget all about
you. They are spoiled. They're spoiled. They've been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed it. And I've enjoyed, my father-in-law was on it for years, and so it's been fun to talk to him about the very beginning of the Hall of Fame, even in his, box of things that he has. Or some of his things are at our house. We have a DVD of the very first banquet.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes. Some cool things like that, and some notes he'd written about when they were coming up with the bylaws and things like that. So it's been fun to sit around with him since I've been on the board and kind of pick his brain about, hey, why do we do this? Who wanted to do that?
Right.
What was the meaning behind this? And he's sharp, so he knows it all. But that's been fun.
And it was a great night.
Fun.
He got inducted.
It was all his grandkids here, and that was nice.
Yeah.
That was nice. He's got a slew of athletic grandkids, and so for them to all be here and support him, and he's kind of a legend. You run into anybody from Ardmore, and they either played for him or their mama played for him or their daughter played for him, and
My dad played ball with him.
Really?
Against it.
Really?
Yeah, so.
That's good.
Fast pitch?
Yeah. You got a good class this year.
Yeah. I'm excited to hear everybody. See everybody come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? We started, and we're 5:30. We figured there'd be somebody here, milling around, but I haven't seen any of the inductees here yet.
It does start at 6. I hope everybody got that memo. It used to be 6:30.
That's true.
Rain may be slowing people down.
Yeah, I would think so.
It's a mess. It's a mess. Well, we appreciate what y'all do, everybody on the board.
We'll appreciate the time you guys take to put in. So you may be the only board member that we talk to. So the people that haven't heard, how do they nominate someone that they know for the Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame?
They will go to our website, and there's a form they can fill it out, mail it in, and I would suggest as much as you can find out about them.
Yeah.
If it's a 2-sentence, I had a winning record, probably not getting in.
Nah.
Yeah.
Because I will tell you, we have it's a hard day.
Yeah.
When we do the voting, when we look, because there are a lot of people that have been put up and continue to be put up. Once you're put up there, it's we still have you.
Yeah.
But a lot of good, respected people around, and it's just kind of one of those, everybody, we can't put 20 in at a time.
Yeah.
Or we'd be here all night. But fill that out. There's certain ages. There's certain. We'll get comments sometimes like, "Why is so and so not? Why have y'all not put him in?" We can't put you in unless you are nominated.
Right.
Yeah. So they have to be nominated, and every stat you can come up with, we like to see it.
And then there's a form in your program as well, too.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
So
that's a
Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame website, and there is a nominee.
Right.
How to nominate button over there on
How to nominate. Fill it out. Print it out. We're old school. We got to mail it in.
There you go.
Do you really?
Snail mail.
So you got to print it out and hand write
Print it out. I'm pretty sure. Unless we have advanced a little bit, I'm pretty sure you print it out, fill it out, you mail it in, and then they bring it, and we.
Oh, my wrist is cramping up just thinking about it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. But yep. We like to see all of them come in. So.
All right, April. Thanks for joining us so much.
Man,
Y'all enjoy the
Hope the
night.
headphones
Make
didn't
sure
crunch your hair.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, April Davis here joining us. And it's time to take a break. You're listening live to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
If your place on the water needs some attention, call BP Riverworks. Boathouses, docks, seawalls, and repairs. Call Barron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks. Licensed and insured 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens. Your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
Hey, this is Charles Morrison, varsity baseball coach with Lindsay Lane Christian Academy, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. We're live here once again at the Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame banquet, and we have our first inductee of the evening, Miss Jill Clark is being inducted tonight, played softball at Ardmore for a left-handed feller by the name of Mike Jackson as coach. See, I know him and my dad played slow pitch softball together. Mike could hit the crap out of a softball.
He's actually coming.
Is he really?
Oh, good.
Good.
Tell you how old I am.
Yes.
Mike was student teacher at Clements when I was there.
Really?
Yeah. Now that tells you how old I am. But
that's funny. And there's also one more thing about tonight for her. Not only is she getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, it's your birthday.
Happy birthday.
Are you going to party like it's your birthday?
Probably.
There you go.
You need to tell the guys go get a birthday cake.
Absolutely. Jill, what do you remember about your time at Ardmore playing softball and basketball and
wonderful memories with wonderful people that are still lifetime friends of mine. A wonderful coach, just a great community.
Yeah.
That always stood behind us, still do in sports.
When did you find out about your induction?
About a month and a half ago.
Ago. Did you have any clue?
I didn't. I didn't. I was hoping, but I did not.
Do you know who nominated you?
Mike Jackson.
Mike Jackson.
Oh.
Well, that's good.
Now, who's your basketball coach?
Mike Jackson.
Oh, he coached
and softball.
Okay, I didn't know that. I just thought he did softball.
No, he did both.
Okay, okay. Well, I'll be dog. Boy, I love it. I love his family. His daddy. Oh, he was an awesome man.
Yeah,
Elmer.
I don't think I ever knew him.
Oh man, you didn't made it. You should have met him before he passed. He was unreal.
Really,
man. Yeah. What's this night mean for you, Jill?
It's awesome.
All them hard days of practice.
Hard days pays off.
Practicing and, both sports really.
Both sports. Mm-hmm.
And it's just unreal. See the smiles on all these folks' faces when they get up there.
Let's throw some accolades out there for her.
Go ahead.
She was named 3A All-State and was a USA Today Honorable Mention All-American. All area and all county in both softball and volleyball. We haven't even mentioned volleyball yet. And you were the center fielder for the Lady Trojans that won the 90s. Why did I say it's Lady Tigers? I knew that. I told you, Jay. I'm glad. Thanks for keeping me in line. Lady Tigers softball team, and y'all won the 93 state championship.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And a friend of mine, well, I used to work with her. She's a nurse now. She was on that team. I think Casey Higginbotham. Was she on that team?
No, they've won it one other time.
Okay.
And that was Casey.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My bad. Let's see.
But the Coach Jackson said...
I didn't forget what I was going to say.
Okay.
It's okay.
Coach Jackson said you were an intense competitor. Has that carried along, or has the competitive spirit died in you? Not died.
So
tempered down a little bit.
So I'm an apartment area manager, and I'm a leasing agent, and my I do lease ups, and my boss says I'm so competitive. They throw a contest out there, and I'm on top of it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm reading here, what was it like to attend Pat Summit's camp?
Awesome. I made the All-State Pat Summit team 2 years in a row.
Really?
So you get to meet her and all that?
Oh, yeah. I've got autographed balls and letters from her. Mm-hmm.
Is she that intense?
Awesome.
Is she that?
Yes.
So everything,
yes.
Wow. I love to have met her.
So you had 26 basketball scholarship offers. So but you stayed at Martin Methodist. That's just right across the table.
Didn't want to go away from home.
I don't blame you.
What was the furthest away?
Auburn.
Oh, wow.
Montevallo.
Was it Joe Champy?
Champion, Coach Champy there? Wow.
Man.
So,
Martin Methodist. Yeah, just right up the road.
Did it bother you that they changed the name?
Mm-mm.
No. But what is it now?
Is it UT Southern?
UT
Southern, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, my cousin's son plays baseball up there now.
It was a good school.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
The heels rolling and all of that stuff over there. Cool. Well, Jill, thank you so much for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Let you get back to your night. Congratulations and happy
got a big
birthday.
Speech, small speech.
They didn't tell me to have a speech.
Oh.
Yeah.
You get thank yous and you get when you walk up there to receive your.
Who was supposed to tell me?
We don't know who was supposed to tell you. We just seen what we've seen in the last few years.
They'll call you up there and give you your certificate or whatever, and you make a couple.
Just a couple words. You're a lease agent. What am I talking about?
I can talk to people.
And, well, they're trying to keep it shorter this year anyway. So, you know, if you just say, thank y'all, you know, they'd probably be good with it.
But you say thanks to Jay Vassar and Tim Lambert of Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And then and say it to last. Sorry, not for least is Coach Mike Jackson.
Yeah, Coach Mike.
Be like Paul Kettle when he says the blessing. Much obliged.
Yeah.
That's good. Jill, thank you so much for joining us. Once again, happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
This year night. Thank you for joining. Thanks for coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, time to take a break. We're going to let everybody get back, settle down, see what else we can come up with here. Who else wants to come talk to us here at Applebee's Tailgate? Yeah, they're doing some light things here, trying to figure out that'll make it. So, hey, we'll be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
For screen printing, sign printing, banners, logo design, and more, look no further than That Shirt Printing Place. Located at 709 North Jefferson Street in Athens. Call 256-444-1827. That Shirt Printing Place. Visit them online at thatshirtprintingplacellc.com. Look for them on Facebook too. That Shirt Printing Place. 256-444-1927. That Shirt Printing Place.
Now on a platform near you, the only year-round weekly podcast covering the Huntsville Havoc, the Wreakin' Havoc Podcast. News, interviews, and more. Dropping every Thursday, we'll just reek of the Huntsville Havoc. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and listen, follow, and subscribe on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app and online at wreakinhavoc.com.
Hello, I'm Andrew Smith, head baseball coach at Dartmoor High School. You listen to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. We are back live here at the Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame with my favorite inductee for the evening, my friend Michael Crutcher.
How you doing, man?
Man, we're great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to be here.
Good. That's awesome. What year did you graduate from Elmont?
1991.
91. Okay.
Wow.
My son was born in 90, so I was not around the athletic.
It was
living out in Johnson there.
I was supposed to graduate in 90, but as it states in my article, I didn't do much in the fourth grade.
I was what? How was that? I mean, everybody just puked your life right out here for you to know.
Yeah,
them to know.
That Barry Devine, I love him. No, it was fun, man. It was fun until I realized that I was going to be retained.
Yeah.
Best thing for me, though.
Really?
Yes, sir.
What was it? We just didn't want to do your grades? We did class cut up or?
I don't. It was a little bit of a combination of both.
Yeah.
Wanted attention. Didn't take it seriously.
Gotcha.
And I was away from home and mom couldn't do anything, so.
Gotcha.
I just played around, and when I got serious about it, it was too late.
But for that year.
Miss
Walker, talk a little bit about her.
Oh my gosh, she's I remember her just like in the article. She would encourage me to do better. Obviously, she knew I could. Mm-hmm. But when I realized that I was going to fail, I started doing the work. I really did. And she told me one day, and I remember like it was yesterday. She said, "Michael, I know you can do this work, but you're going to have to do it again next year."
Oh, wow.
And some of my...
Did you cry? Did it break your heart? I'm curious. I'm not asking to demean you, because you know I love you, man. But how did you feel about that?
I think it sat in because Matt Boyd and I were in the same grade at that time.
Okay.
And so those guys got a chance to go ahead.
Gotcha.
It hurt them, but it later benefited me a little bit.
Okay.
Because he became bigger and stronger at basketball, and I had to play against him, so it made me bigger and stronger.
Gotcha.
But I won't get into a little bit of the story I'm going to tell that's not in the article.
Okay.
But it really hurt when I saw the people that I had entered the fourth grade with go ahead. But, I used it to my advantage.
I was going to say, how often did you think about that when you were getting ready to go in 11th grade, 12th grade, and you knew the test was coming up and the game was coming up too, and
I was a better student. I was a better student. I had my head on right. I still did some dumb stuff.
Hey, we all do that.
But the classroom was way more serious, and I thank Miss Doris Walker for that.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna tell y'all something you may not know about this guy. Put that cowboy hat on him and give him a microphone on karaoke night. Ain't nothing better, buddy.
Except for you, my friend.
I don't know. No, this is your night, man. This is your night right here.
I enjoy listening to you as well. I appreciate you, though.
No, I appreciate you, man.
I wish that, I used to play guitar back when I first got married. My ex-wife was a choir director for her church.
Yeah.
So I got a chance to play guitar for a long time. So, but I don't play anymore now.
Yeah.
But I still wish that I could. So I envy you because you can sing and play. But I still have fun.
That's good. That is good, man. We talk a little bit. How much time we got left, Tim? We got a minute. Let's talk about your college. You went to Walker.
Yes, sir.
And
Walker Rebels.
Walker Rebels. Got to play basketball then.
Got to play basketball with Coach Clem. Actually, Coach Clem came to a game where we played Sparkman. He came recruiting two other guys from Sparkman.
Aha, one of those stories, huh?
Right.
Oh, wow.
And what I thought was my worst game ever, he saw athleticism and raw talent.
Okay.
And when I got to Walker, he kind of honed in on some of that. And I spent 2 years there. I didn't start my first year until about mid-season. There was another guy, since we're in Alabama, I can say this. There was another guy with the last name Hollingsworth.
Oh.
That was my roommate. It was Gary Hollingsworth's little brother.
Yeah. His little brother.
Bess. Okay. Because Bess played here at Athens State.
He sure did.
Yeah.
That's my buddy. So Vess was a shooter. That boy could play. And we ended up switching out. I think he went to the 2 guard and I went to the 3, so we ended up switching kind of the positions, because Coach Clem kind of recognized his skill set, and, we had a great year that year.
Right. Awesome.
Yeah.
And you went to Sanford and got injured, if I'm not mistaken?
Went to Sanford and had a pretty good season my first year. I was a 6th, 7th guy. Especially after Christmas, we had several guys that didn't come back, so the playing time did increase.
Awesome.
But going into my senior year, I had what they call a rectus abdominal injury, tear.
Oh, wow.
I can remember it distinctly because in practice, when it tore, it sounded like a gunshot.
Ooh.
And I never really quite recovered from that. Missed half the season.
Yeah.
Couldn't really travel. It just kind of went down from there.
Gotcha.
And played for John Brady.
John Brady.
Man.
John Brady.
He's an intense guy.
Very intense. Very organized.
Remember him, Tom, when he coached to LSU?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Changes colors a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a great guy.
Cool. Well, all right, buddy. Thank you so much for taking time out of this night.
Congratulations
I
again,
appreciate
brother.
you guys stopping me and letting me speak.
Man, thank you for speaking to us, Mike.
Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate
Thank
you, buddy. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on tailgatetalk.net. We'll be right back.
security is not what it used to be. With Secure Connect and smart home integration features, you can unlock your doors and turn off your alarm from your smart home app. No more hiding a key under a rock. Get Secure Connect and live life connected. Call Ardmore Telephone Company at 800-830-9946 to secure your home today.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together. That's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clemens sports, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
This is James Clemens girls basketball coach Monica Maxwell, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. We snagged another one of the Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame inductees here with us tonight. A gentleman by the name, if you don't know the name, you must be really young. A gentleman by the name of Keith Dunnavant is joining us. Keith, welcome to the show.
Is that a way of saying that I'm really old? Because I am.
No, it's just it's saying that if they've not heard of you, they've got to be too young to even read.
The Dunnavant name is really old.
The Dunnavant name.
That's it. That's it.
You know what? My family has been in this county over 200 years.
I believe it.
Wow.
Didn't Pappy start the radio?
Pappy and my father, Bob, started the radio station in 1940. They were actually in the radio business in the 30s.
In the 30s.
Wow. Before they started their own station. Yep.
Man.
So,
now, they were on air in 74 when the tornadoes come through, because I remember listening to them.
That's correct.
We were at my grandfather's house when
scary night.
It was a very scary night, because we didn't have the technology that we've got tonight. We had HD Bagley.
That's right. That's right.
Sometimes he's better than what we got these days.
Well, the thing about it is HD and Channel 19 were knocked off for a good bit of that night. And,
really?
HD was he was the great weatherman at that time. Absolutely.
So, first off, congratulations.
Thank you so much. This is so meaningful to me.
Good.
This is my hometown, and I love Athens and the Tennessee Valley, and I don't think the full measure of it has kind of sunk in yet, but I'm just tickled to death and just so very honored.
Long overdue.
Well,
long overdue.
Exactly right. I've covered so many people who are in this Hall of Fame, and I grew up in the community hearing about people and knowing people, and I grew up around Coach McCoy and Coach Belcher, and I knew about people like Andy Nelson and the Elmores, and of course, watching Freddie Smith, and I could just go on and on down the line.
Right. And graduated a graduate of Athens High School in 1983.
1983.
What elementary school did you go to?
Athens Elementary.
Okay.
One of the many schools in this community that I went to that's now no longer there.
No longer there, because there was three back then. You had Junior Newman, Athens Elementary, and
Coward.
West Athens.
West Athens.
Because I went to West Athens. I graduated in 83 at Tanner. So I went to West Athens for 4th and 5th grade, and then a half a year at
I started out in kindergarten in 1968 at Athens Bible School, and of course it is no longer there.
It's no longer
there. Nope, it's no longer there.
So, but this and of course I get back to Athens a good bit, but and I still have lots of family here in the area, and this is the great thing about Athens amid the growth. It's maintained its charm. And sports is a big part of that.
It is. It is. Some of all of the works that you've done. What is your favorite? I guess.
Oh man, that's like choosing among my children.
Yeah, I know. That's why I put you on the spot on that.
But I've had several different careers. I started out in sports writing and went to I started real young here and was covering the SEC when I was a freshman in high school and covering all the local teams and went off to the University of Alabama and then I had a sports writing career in Los Angeles, in New York, and then I kind of went a different way because I loved that, but I wanted to do other things. So I founded 6 magazines, including a big regional football magazine called Pay Dirt back in the 90s.
Okay.
Obviously, for the last basically 25 years, I've primarily written books, and now I'm into producing documentary films. And
I saw that documentary on Bart Starr. I was in Mount Airy, North Carolina, also known as Mayberry.
Oh, yeah.
And I was sitting in there, and it was on ESPN. And at the end of it, I just listened watching it because it was Bart Starr. At the end, Keith Dunnavant. I'm like, I know who that guy is.
I'm going to tell you, that I wrote the book on Bart, and which that film was based on, and that was a great, really loved that project because great quarterback, one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, but also really about the power of resilience. He overcame a lot. He made his dreams come true.
Yes.
And he was a great guy.
So, speaking of that, anything new coming down the pike?
Yes. Not too much I can talk about yet. I do these things that take a while, and but I'm working on I do sports projects and I do non-sports projects, and I'm doing a Vietnam War project that hopefully will be out sometime maybe next year.
Okay.
And I'm also doing a Cold War documentary that will be selling later in the year. So hopefully find it. And then, but I'm still doing sports projects too.
Okay.
And there might be another ESPN film with my name on it soon. I cannot say.
Okay.
But if you speculated about that, I wouldn't disagree with you.
Well, I mean, you pop up in those documentaries whether you produce them or not.
That's because they can't find anybody better. So,
I wouldn't say that.
And the thing I love was Willie's gift.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I've still not watched that yet.
I'm going to tell you what, that was, and I just saw Freddie and his wife come in here, and Freddie was such a great figure in this town when I was, about 10 years old. And that was one of those things where the old journalism adage that, you have to ask the questions and look for the stories you don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know the key story about Freddie until we started that film. And it really became a story about the power of a mother and a demanding coach. And that demanding coach is also here tonight. Larry McCoy.
Oh, Larry.
So
cool.
Now, they did tell you would have to make a speech tonight, right?
Really?
Well, I mean, we've had a guest on here that she was like, nobody told me I had to make a speech.
Jill's like, say a speech?
I got to make a speech? What? Oh, that's great. That is great.
So, talking about football, how you think Alabama will do this year?
I'm not as clued in as I used to be. But I think he got his first-year jitters out of the way. But the thing about it is that the world is so different with all this business now. It's a completely changed game.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of us knows what's going to happen.
I was going to ask what your reaction is to the House ruling.
I'm not. Well, here's the thing. I mean,
or do we even know where it's going to lead?
Well, just think. So there was a challenge to that on Title IX grounds just the other day.
Yeah.
Really?
So, which I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Because they're going to chop those dollars up. And who's to say what's fair? Honestly, I think within 5 years we're going to have a players' union.
Yeah.
That's the next
I wouldn't
step.
doubt it.
Wouldn't doubt it at all.
Yeah.
But the players are in control.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not necessarily a good thing.
Not always, is it? Well, Keith, thank you so much for your time. We're going to let you go and enjoy, and everything's about to kick off here in just a second.
All right. Thank you all so much.
Congratulations again, Keith.
And,
thank you so much.
When you get closer, we'll start back after school season, so when your movies get closer, let's get you on. We can
Absolutely.
talk about them.
Always happy, man.
Thank you, brother.
Congratulations.
Thank you all.
Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Keith Dunnavant. If you don't know him, look him up. You will be surprised, shocked, and in awe at all the stuff that him and his family has done and meant for this Limestone County broadcast.
200 years.
200 years.
Wow.
That's something else.
Golly.
Well, my name's Tom McClung, old Tomcat. We will be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk here on PAS Plus, the app. I'm going to get all three of them in for us over with. We'll be right back.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans. Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
Hi, this is Athens Girls basketball coach Crutcher, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a short one, but it's been a fun one.
We need Tim playing Foggy Mountain Breakdown.
I know, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. We were talking about little Leonard's Losers there just a second ago. Thanks for everyone listening to us, and congratulations to all of the inductees. We'll run through them one more time. Pam Brown, Athens High School. Jill Clark, Ardmore High School. Bobby Coggins, posthumously Athens High School coach, athlete. Mike Crutcher, he was on the show for us a little while ago, Elkmont High School. Keith Dunnavant, Athens High School, author, documentary filmmaker. Richard Langford, Tanner High School, professional football player, and Jack Anthony Smith. He stands on his own, but he's also the younger brother of Freddie Smith, played at Auburn University. And Jay, anything you want to say before we go, buddy?
Man, I enjoy this every year, and we appreciate Jeff and all the guys letting us do it. And Zach always loved it because we got to eat. That's the thing about it. I love eating too. But again, congratulations to all inductees. And if you need to nominate somebody, go to their website, fill out that form, or take the form home if you're here tonight listening, or on your way here listening to us, or whatever. Fill it out, nominate somebody.
Exactly. And you say, I don't know where, just Google Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame. It's there. It's right in front of you. Hey, I want to say thank you for this guy right here, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert.
Yeah.
He does it, and he does it well.
He does.
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Tojo J. Vassar, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, my name's Tom McClung, old Tomcat. And we're going to hang around a little while. What do you think?
Yeah, let's hang out for a while. Mix and mingle with all the royalty here.
Absolutely. And we'll be back broadcasting live before you know it. We'll see you later. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Home security is not what it used to be. With Secure Connect and smart home integration features, you can unlock your doors and turn off your alarm from your smart home app. No more hiding a key under a rock. Get Secure Connect and live life connected. Call Ardmore Telephone Company at 830-9946 to secure your home today.
When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together, that's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. School may be out, but you can still enter your nominations for the Applebee's Athlete of the Week over the summer for the upcoming school year. Just go to tailgatetalk.net and fill out the form. While you're there, check out the Tailgate Talk archives and see what you might have missed. That's the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Enter your nominations today from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Tailgate Talk, and 1080 WKAC. Welcome back to the best of Tailgate Talk on 1080 WKAC.
As I've said in previous years, this next part is my most nervous part of our induction ceremony, where we recognize our previous inductees, because I don't want to miss anybody. We've made an effort tonight to make sure we have everybody accounted for, because we are honored each and every time our former inductees come back to support the Hall of Fame. We had several at the golf tournament on Thursday, and we've got several here tonight. So I'm going to recognize the ones of you that are here tonight. If you're a former inductee, when I call your name, if you will please stand, and I'm going to apologize in advance if we've missed somebody. From the class of 2004, Myra King Black, or Myra Black King, I'm sorry. From the class of 2004, Snyder Washington. From the class of 2005, Mr. Tommy Smith. From the class of 2007, Coach Larry McCoy. From the class of 2008, Mary McCoy, Freddie Smith, and Randy White. From the class of 2010, Lynn Holliday. From the class of 2012, Coach Gerald Todd. From the class of 2013, Coach Henry White. From the class of 2014, Coach David Hogan. Larry Keenum. Billy Owens. And Paul Parker. From the class of 2016, April Davis. From the class of 2017, Jane Clem. From the class of 2019, Jesse Lockett. Philip Jennings. And Shannon Davis Rutherford. From the class of 2022, Coach Mike Davis. Coach Bernard Hendricks. and John Wayne King. From the class of 2023, Charlie Gover. And from the class of 2024, Jackie Moran. Now the question I fear to ask, did we leave anybody out that's a Hall of Fame inductee? If so, will you please stand? Wow, good job, guys. Fantastic. Oh, we missed one. Kathy. Sorry. Well, you're here in two capacities tonight, so you do what? One's not bad. Sorry, Kathy. We apologize. We were looking at you from the other perspective tonight, I guess. Kathy Coggins-Bailey. And we're honored to have y'all back. Thank you very much. We hope you'll keep coming back and supporting the Hall of Fame. We're always honored when you're here. Without any further ado, we'll get into what we're all here for tonight, and that is the induction of the 2025 class of the Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame. Our first inductee was a standout basketball star at Athens High School, where she played on 2 state championship teams and later starred at the University of West Alabama. The Eaglettes won the state championship her freshman season while accumulating a perfect 34-0 record. During her senior, she also won the state championship during her senior year. She had bookend state championships, freshman and senior. Her career at Athens, the Eaglettes were 116-22 during her career. Pretty impressive. She would be named to the All-Area team all 4 years, being one of only 1,600 high school players nationwide to be nominated to the first McDonald's All-American High School Girls Basketball Team. She finished her career at Athens High School 5th on the all-time scoring list with 1,233 career points, and her 658 career rebounds were 7th all-time in that category. From Athens, she signed a scholarship to play with the University of West Alabama in Livingston, where she played 4 years. She was on her way to averaging 20 points a game her junior season before a knee injury cut that season short, but she did bounce back and play her senior year. Ladies and gentlemen, 2025 Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Pam Brown.
First and foremost, I want to thank the Most High God for empowering me to show up and perform game after game, practice after practice. I also want to thank my parents, loved ones, Coach White and staff, my AAU coach, Jody Stevenson and staff, Coach Amanda Marks and the UWA staff, teammates from Athens High School, the Limestone Express and the UWA Tigers, fans and anyone that let me rough them up and or help me improve myself. Without them, I wouldn't be standing here tonight. I was 12 years old when I was encouraged to train with the ladies varsity team. I was nervous and excited at the same time, as I would be most of the time. Actually, probably more nervous than excited most of the time. Hindsight is 20/20. Looking back, I accomplished so much to be so young. However, my performances didn't always come from a healthy place. I had trouble believing in myself and my abilities. I wonder what I would have accomplished if I had believed in myself even 50% of the way. If I had a message to share with the world, it would be this. You are imbued with God power. Believe in yourself. You are your greatest champion and cheerleader. Stay tapped in and tuned into the force within, and you'll have the power to overcome any obstacle, opposition, pain, or setback. You'll also have that extra push you need to shine, to be successful and happy. No matter what your path is in life, believe in yourself. Be your own best friend. I want to take the time to congratulate all the inductees here. We did it, and we're getting our flowers while we're still alive. And last but not least, I want to dedicate this award, this honor, to my brother, Kelvin Brown. I remember when I suffered my first knee injury, I was scared and didn't know what was going on. He refused to leave my side. Continue to rest in power, baby brother. Again, congrats to everyone here tonight. Thank you.
Our next inductee was a three-sport star at Ardmore High School. In 1993, in basketball, she was 3A All-State, averaging 22.1 points per game, 7.8 rebounds per game, 6.3 assists. She was All-Area and featured in the honor roll of USA Today. In a state playoff game against DAR, she scored 41 points. That Ardmore Lady Tiger team finished the season with a 23-7 record. She scored 2,232 career points, with 1,720 of those coming in her last 3 years for a 20-point per game average. She was selected All-County and All-Area all 3 of her varsity years in basketball, softball, and volleyball. She was awarded the team basketball MVP. She was the center fielder on the 1993 Lady Tigers State Championship softball team. She had 26 collegiate basketball scholarship offers, chose to stay close to home and play at Martin Methodist College, and later transferred to Calhoun, where she played softball. I had the honor of watching her play many games in the old gym there at Ardmore. It was a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, 2025 Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Jill Clark.
Thank you. Unfortunately, I did not come prepared for a speech. I just want to thank God, my family, my community, and my coaches, Coach Mike Jackson, all my AAU coaches, my softball coach in college who's here, Miss Myra King. I did not know she was going to be here. And this is just an award, a great honor, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Our next inductee was a standout basketball player at both Athens High School and Athens College. At Athens High School, he was all-county basketball, all-TVC, and honorable mention, all-state. His Athens High School teams that he played on won 3 consecutive county championships. In his senior year, he averaged 20 points per game in 1961. He also lettered in football and basketball while at Athens High School. He then went to Athens College, where he was all ACC, a member of the Carson Newman Invitational Tournament team. In 1964 and 65, he shot 46.6% from the field, 76.7% from the free throw line, averaged 2.7 rebounds per game, and 15.78 points per game. The 1963 Athens College team played in the NAIA National Tournament, and that was the first team from the state of Alabama to ever win a game in the NAIA Tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, 2025 Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Bobby Coggins. Accepting for Bobby tonight will be his daughter, Kathy Coggins Bailey.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed members of the Sports Hall of Fame Committee, other inductees, family and friends. Standing up here today is an emotional and humbling experience. To accept this incredible honor on behalf of my dad is an honor and difficult to put into words, even more so than my own acceptance to the Hall of Fame some 10 years ago. My father's love for sports in general, his dedication, and his contributions to various sports have left a definite mark, not only on his family, but on all who were fortunate enough to know him, play for him, and witness his multi-sport journey. My father was a man of character, passion, and determination. He was the first to show me what it meant to truly love sports, not for the glory, but for the joy they bring, the lessons they teach, and the lifelong connections they create. He lived out the values of hard work, perseverance, and selflessness. Many have shared personal stories related to their experiences with my dad as a teammate and coach. A couple of quick ones come to mind. One was as a basketball player for Athens College, when his many free throws helped to win the NAIA tournament in Kansas City. Another was as a coach, and when his batters were not picking up the signals, my dad would just simply holler, "Just bunt the damn ball, boy." Sorry, for everyone to hear. Beyond his achievements as a multi-sport athlete, my father was also a remarkable coach and teacher. He had an uncanny ability to nurture. He had an uncanny ability to nurture talent, to see potential where others could not, and to inspire those around him to strive for greatness. As a coach, he led with passion and wisdom, teaching not only the skills of the game, but also valuable life lessons about teamwork, achievement, and resilience. As a teacher, he had a profound impact on countless lives, shaping not just athletes but well-rounded individuals who carried his lessons far beyond the classroom and sports field. On behalf of my father, I want to thank the Sports Hall of Fame Committee for recognizing his contributions and impact. This moment reflects his tireless work and unending love for sports in general. His family was the foundation of his success and stood with him along the way. His teammates, coaches, students, players, and colleagues made his sports and life journey an extraordinary story. As I accept this honor on his behalf, I am reminded of the lessons he taught. Lessons not only about sports, but also about life itself. He taught us to always strive for excellence, to push through challenges, and to always help lift others up. His legacy extends far beyond the field, touching the hearts and lives of so many. In closing, I want to express my deepest gratitude for this recognition of my father's contributions. While he is not here to accept this honor in person, I know he would be overwhelmed with pride and appreciation. His spirit lives on in all who knew him, in the memories we value, and in his legacy he leaves behind. Thank you for honoring his life, his work, and his love for sports. On behalf of my father, I am humbly and proudly accept this induction into the Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame. This is a moment we and I will treasure forever. Thank you.
Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. Now that you've got that new place on the water, BP Riverworks can finish the picture with a boathouse, dock, or seawall. Call Barron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks. Licensed and insured, 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097.
Home security is not what it used to be. With Secure Connect and smart home integration features, you can unlock your doors and turn off your alarm from your smart home app. No more hiding a key under a rock. Get Secure Connect and live life connected. Call Ardmore Telephone Company at 800-830-9946 to secure your home today.
Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC. You're listening to the best of Tailgate Talk on 1080 WKAC.
Our next inductee was a dominating force on the basketball court at Elkmont High School, where he was named second team All-State during his junior year and was an honorable mention All-State selection his senior year. While at Elkmont High School, he scored over 1,800 career points, averaged 25.4 points per game during his final year playing with the Red Devils. After he left Elkmont, he signed a scholarship to play with Walker Community College in Jasper and play for another Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame member, Coach Glenn Clem. While at Walker, he averaged 12.7 points per game during his stint there. From there, he went on. His final stop was playing basketball for Coach John Brady at Samford University. Ladies and gentlemen, 2025 Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Michael Crutcher.
Like to first of all say good evening to everyone. I had a little bit of a speech prepared, but I ended up putting much of that in my, I guess, the biography. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of what's not there, kind of how it started. Tonight is a little bit of a culmination of all of that. But at Piney Chapel, I was at my brother's basketball practice, Troy Crutcher back there, and I don't think to this day I've ever beaten him in a game of basketball. I think at the time he was in the 7th grade and I was in the 5th grade. And there was a voice that shouted out over the gym floor, "Hey, Crutcher, you want to play some ball?" Sure. The coach at the time was a guy named Bob Eubanks. And it was then in the 5th grade that I played for the junior high basketball team at Piney as a 5th grader. I got my first pair of basketball shoes, a pair of Turn Tech. Never heard of them again. So I played my 5th grade year. I had 4 points the whole season, and they were against West Limestone. My 6th grade season, I couldn't play because for some reason I think we broke the rules then, so I don't think anybody get in trouble at this point, but I don't see how I was able to, but I was. But the 7th grade and 8th grade year were fun years. There I prepared to go to high school at Elkmont, or I at least thought I was prepared. When I got to Elkmont, those 5th grade or the 6th period PE sessions, the last period before school's out, where you got players like Matt Boyd, who've already, they've already played at least 1 year of basketball in high school as a ninth grader while I was in the eighth grade. You got other good players like Chris Bevel, Scott Sutton, Corey Tidwell, all those guys that came from the football field and then to basketball practice. I wasn't prepared for that. I'm just a little skinny country boy from Piney Chapel Road, coming from the eighth grade at Piney to Elkmont. And what a lot of people don't realize is that my ninth grade year, I wasn't tough enough to make the transition. So I quit. I did not play any high school varsity basketball my ninth grade year. It was then when a late great friend of mine found that out. Coach Steve Britton, who's no longer with us, but he found out and says, Crutcher, you've got too much raw talent to let it waste. So I worked hard. I really thought that I did. So I got to Elkmont in the 10th grade, or the 9th, well, I was already there, but when I got to the 10th grade, I played basketball, and kind of the rest is history. But along the way, there were some people that were really instrumental in forming and shaping my character. There was a family that really, honestly, adopted me as their son, Freddie and Pat Boyd. They've obviously got two other kids, Clint and Matt. Matt's with me tonight. Clint's kind of like me. The older he gets, the more he cries, so he told me he couldn't come. But they sacrificed so much. They invested in me so much that I'll tell you the impact of their investment, their sacrifice. There was trouble that I found because I was young, but there was also trouble that I avoided because I didn't want to bring shame on them from having to be associated with me. So the impact that they had on my life really helped shape my character. And as I said in my article, my biography, I will forever be grateful. And lastly, I want to thank my sister, my older sister, who the older she gets, the more she looks like my mom, who to me is in and of herself a Hall of Famer because she just retired from serving Limestone County for 44 years. But thank you. But she did something very special. I don't know how she did it. I just know that she did it. The Boyd family, they took me to my first day of college at practice. But I had wheels, so I was able to come back and forth home from school. And Angela, I don't know how you did it, but I appreciate you buying me that 1981 Ford Mustang red off the car lot on Elkton Road so I could get back and forth to my house. Limestone County was good to me. Thank you. Thank you to the other inductees. Thank you for showing up tonight. God bless you.
I had the privilege of watching Michael play too. He was outstanding. Our next inductee, without a doubt, is the most famous literary person, author, writer ever associated with Athens and Limestone County. He's a 1983 graduate of Athens High School. He's an author, documentary filmmaker, sports writer, magazine writer, newsroom executive, and magazine owner. He's written books on Bear Bryant, Joe Montana, Bart Starr. He authored The Missing Ring, which chronicled the undefeated 1966 Alabama football team. He was the first college student to be recognized by the Alabama Sports Writers Association, winning more awards in 1987 than any other journalist. He also won the William Randolph Hearst National Writing Award. At age 26, he was firmly established as one of the leading college football writers of his generation. In addition to his long list of national and regional awards for feature writing and sports writing, he and his teams were honored more than 24 times for magazine and general excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, 2025 Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Keith Dunnavant.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everybody. It's so great to see so many old friends here today, so many members of my family. First of all, I want to thank the board for this honor. I appreciate it very much. And I want to congratulate my fellow inductees. This is a special night for all of us, and I know we will all cherish it for the rest of our lives. Let me take you back to a summer day in 1976. I was playing football, backyard football, with some of my friends. And you have to understand, of course, we played everything. But you have to understand, I didn't have a speck of athletic ability. And I was nearsighted, but I loved to compete. So we're playing backyard football, and somebody threw me a pass, and I was wide open, headed to pay dirt. My friend Greg Wright had a terrier named Whiskers. Some of you may be old enough. Does the name Tommy Lewis ring a bell? Well, Whiskers charged off the sidelines, and he made the greatest shoestring tackle that you've ever seen. And I flew up into the air and came down hard on my right arm. If Howard Cosell had been on the mic, he might have said, "Down goes Dunnavant." Soon I was in a cast, and I missed, this was at the very end of Dixie Youth baseball season, and I missed the playoffs, the county tournament at Tanner with that cast. Okay, just another childhood memory, just having a little fun here. This really did happen. But there's a little, all these years later, I'm a guy who, I go back and I do history books and documentaries. I look for the truth in people's lives. And there's truth in that moment. I've never forgotten the sheer joy of competing. And I learned that right here. And it's been fundamental in my life. Success, struggle, failure, heartbreak, redemption, trying to be the other guy, but also competing with yourself, trying to make the most of your God-given abilities. That's all of us here today. All of us. That's why we're here. All these years, first as a young punk sports writer, and now as an author and filmmaker, it's been my distinct privilege to write about some of the greatest athletes who ever lived. And in some cases, to hold up a mirror to the sorts of stories that reflect who we are as a people. Like many of you, I especially love college football. And the 1973 Sugar Bowl was a defining moment. Undefeated Alabama versus undefeated Notre Dame. Of course, the game turned on a gutsy 3rd and 8 call, maybe the greatest 3rd and 8 call in the history of college football. Irish quarterback Tom Clements was backed up to his end zone. All Alabama needed to do was get the ball back and kick a field goal, and it would win the game of the century. But Clements, doggone him, found a tight end down the sideline. First down, game over. I was crushed. Flash forward 20 years later. By this point, I'm a veteran college football writer in South Bend, where I'd been many times before, researching a big magazine feature on another Notre Dame quarterback, which included watching film with one of the coaches. Tom Clements was now the quarterback coach for Lou Holtz. Life colliding. On the way out of the film room, Tom is walking down the hallway. He'd been very helpful, very cordial, but I couldn't resist. I said, "Hey, Tom, I just have to tell you, when I was 9 years old, I hated your guts." The biggest smile rose across his face. You're not the first Alabama guy to tell me that. We both had a good laugh. I've been so richly blessed in my life. First of all, I came from a great family. We have a big crowd of Dunnavants here tonight, and that would make my mom and dad so happy. My mother was always very supportive of my career in so many ways. My dad influenced me profoundly, especially as a creative thinker, which has been the foundation of all the media businesses I've founded through the years. Each in their own ways, my older brothers shaped my development. Tom was the best athlete in the family, playing tackle for Coach McCoy. But the rest of us were involved in various ways, including as football managers at AHS. Oldest brother Bob Jr. was one of the best journalists I've ever known, and I've known some of the best. And he was my first writing mentor. I learned so much from him. Bill was broadcasting the Athens games in those days, not to mention producing the Birmingham Americans Network, and I spent a lot of time in the broadcast booth. Like Bill, Ron was a trainer for Coach Belcher at Athens College, and he often let me tag along. Jim was the first sports writer in the family for the Limestone Reporter. I learned by watching him, too. My professional career started when I was in the 8th grade. And a few months later, when nobody would give me a job as a sports writer, I came up with a way to create my own job. All credit to my dad, because that's the way he taught us all to think. The local businesses who bought advertising from me in those days were critical in my early career. In addition to writing about all the local teams at the Journal, some great coaches out here that I covered in those days: Terry Todd, Henry White, some great coaches. Soon I started working the system to cover SEC football and basketball. It was a different era. Nobody knew how young I was. They didn't ask a lot of questions, and I wasn't given any answers. And I tried to do my job and blend into the wallpaper. One night in March 1980, my freshman year at Athens High School, first round of the NIT at Memorial Coliseum, Alabama lost to Murray State. Huge upset. Post-game news conference. Lots of questions, but nobody was asking C.M. Newton the question. Finally, I spoke up and asked him about the rumors that he was about to resign. Let me tell you, the look he gave me, C.M. looks me straight into my 15-year-old eyes and says, "Are you trying to tell me something? I sure would like to hear from Coach Bryant before I hear it from you." Then he stormed out of the room. Who is that kid, and what is he doing to C.M. Newton? Suddenly, I'm not invisible anymore. Soon, C.M. indeed resigned. And I had a good story. Years later, I got to know C.M. well and thought the world of him. One time we were together, and I couldn't resist unmasking my teenage self. "Oh," he said with a big laugh, "that was you?" Well, about 2.5 years after CM's last game, a pivotal interview with Coach Bryant changed my life. My friend John Collins, who's here tonight, was with me that day. And that interview allowed me to work my way through Alabama on an athletic scholarship. At the age of 25, I got a chance to cover national college football and other sports for the National, the revolutionary New York-based all-sports newspaper, founded by Sports Illustrated's Frank DeFord, one of my boyhood heroes. I loved every minute of that job. Loved it. But here's the thing. When the ride ended, we lost $150 million over 2 years. When the ride ended, and a lot of my friends went off to Sports Illustrated, ESPN, other big papers, I wanted to do other things. It was a huge gamble. And that decision has made all the difference in my life. Risk is the key to life. Take risks, young people, because you never know what you can achieve if you challenge yourself. I had a crazy idea for how to publish a magazine, and many people told me it would never work. So in that respect, Dunnavant's Pater Illustrated, my football magazine in the 90s, was my most rewarding achievement. My books and films, some about sports, some about general history, have scratched other itches. The Missing Ring, my book about the '66 Alabama team, will always be special to me because it was my attempt to understand and explain the world that shaped me and how football brought us together in Alabama. My ESPN film, Bart Starr, wasn't just about a legendary quarterback. It was a reminder about the fragility of life and the power of resilience. I've been out in Limestone County for a long time, but the way I look at the world, it comes from here. And I'm proud of that. From this town, which nurtured me and supported me as I reached for my dreams. Thank you to all the people who believed in me when it meant everything. And thank you so much to the Hall of Fame for this honor.
For screen printing, sign printing, banners, logo design, and more, look no further than That Shirt Printing Place. Located at 709 North Jefferson Street in Athens. Call 256-444-1827. That Shirt Printing Place. Visit them online at thatshirtprintingplacellc.com. Look for them on Facebook too. That Shirt Printing Place. 256-444-1927. That Shirt Printing Place.
Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. Call 233-4430 or order online at applebees.com and pick your meal up with Carside to go. Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 in Athens, just off I-65. Eating good in the neighborhood. If your place on the water needs some attention, call BP Riverworks. Boathouses, docks, seawalls, and repairs. Call Baron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks. Licensed and insured 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together, that's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. P4 Therapy is an outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together, that's what we strive for.
Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC. Check out the WKAC sports page. Go to WKAC1080.com and click on the WKAC sports icon. You can listen to the current sports stream as well as game archives, past coaches shows, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk on demand. If you're on your smartphone, you can stay automatically updated as new items are posted. The WKAC sports page, another reason why your best source for Limestone County sports is WKAC1080.com and 1080 WKAC. You're listening to the best of Tailgate Talk on 1080 WKAC.
Our next inductee, another multi-sport star at Tanner High School, where he played football, basketball, baseball, and was involved in track and field. He was a 3-year starter in football. He was all-region and first-team All-State. As a senior, he rushed for 1,459 yards, averaged 9.7 yards per rush, and scored 30 touchdowns. His junior year, he rushed for 1,351 yards and 15 touchdowns. In basketball, he was 2 times All-Region, and he was also placed in 4 track meets while at Tanner. He left the halls of Tanner and signed a football scholarship with Vanderbilt University, where he played from 2004 to 2008. He was a 4-year starter at safety with 247 career tackles and 11 interceptions. As a senior, he was named team captain and twice as the most valuable defensive back. He was on the 2005 All-SEC freshman team. Leaving Vanderbilt, he signed with the Philadelphia Eagles in April of 2009 and then was signed off the Eagles practice squad by the Kansas City Chiefs, where he played 6 games in 2010 and 11 games in 2011, starting 3 games at strong safety that season. He spent the 2012 season with the Detroit Lions. He is currently the assistant strength and conditioning coach for the Chicago Bears. Ladies and gentlemen, 2025 Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Rashard Langford.
Good evening. In the most recent years, as you just mentioned, I get to be a coach now. So, I get a chance to stand up here and teach and coach a little bit, but I do have a little something prepared. It's still cool to get a little pregame jitters. When I first received notice about this honor, the one resounding question that I always got, mainly from my parents, were, "Aren't you excited?" And in the most recent years, I try to live life like this. Pretty even, not too many highs, not too many lows. And that was probably one of the toughest questions that I got. Are you excited about this? A little over 2 weeks ago, Mr. Barry Devine gave me a call, and we had an interview. And the question that he had for me was, what does receiving this award mean to you? And that's when I got excited. I paused, and the thing that this means to me is that I get a chance to recognize all the people who helped me get here. As I do that, I first want to give honor to God for blessing me with this life. I've gotten a chance to see tons of things. I've gotten a chance to experience and be around wonderful people. And it's molded me to be the person that I am. Growing up, I would always hear grace and mercy from God. And grace is receiving the things that you don't deserve, and mercy is not receiving the things that you do. And I've been given a lot of that. In the process of thanking everyone who has been there to support me, I met my wife. After all this was done, I still get a chance to coach. So early on in our conversations of us dating, she and I discussed sports. And I was just like, sports, it's my life. And if you want to do this, let's do it. And she's been along with me for the ride the whole time through. It's an honor to see my kids here, to be able to allow them to see this. They're 6 and 3, and I couldn't be happier. So am I excited about this? Absolutely. For my family, my mom, my dad, for raising me to be respectful, to be kind, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the time that I've gotten a chance to spend around sports, from playing them to coaching them to learning from the athletes, to being able to now inspire and teach athletes to be the best that they can be within themselves, to give a little life perspective. I'm not as young as some of those pictures that they popped up, so I got a little bit of life experience. I like to thank my coaches. Coach Owens, he didn't really coach me, but he coached me out of the principal's office a time or two. For Coach White, who gave me hope. He was my senior football coach, and it wasn't until my summer before my senior year that I started training properly. And this is where it's led me. I've gotten a chance to coach some world champions. I've gotten a chance to be around some of the best athletes in the world. And I laugh at it sometimes. I'm tickled because I came from here. And for those who are getting scholarships from the Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame, take this and run with it. There's many opportunities in this world. And I pray for you all that you have the courage to go out and explore it. To the other teams, to basketball, football, baseball, and track, Coach Marsh, none of them are here tonight, but it's only right that I mention them. Coach Bobby O'Green for being there for Coach Tucker, and I'm extremely honored. So thank you to the board. I appreciate this very much. This is one of the coolest things I've gotten a chance to experience, so thank you.
Our final inductee of the night, as I see it, had a pretty tough task at Athens High School. He followed a big brother who was an absolute legend. But it didn't seem to bother this inductee at all. He paved his own way. At Athens High School, he played basketball, football, track. In football, he was a defensive back and a wide receiver, and also participated on special teams on an Athens High team that went 11-1 and advanced to the second round of the state playoffs. In track, he ran the 400-meter hurdles, 800 meters, 4x80. In basketball, he was on a team that won the 1987-88 area championship, advancing to the sub-state finals. From Athens High School, he went to Snead State Community College, where he played basketball for 2 years, was a starter both years, with a 15-point per game average, 3 rebounds per game, 92 block shots, and led the team in taking charges with 36. That Snead State team made it to the second round of the National Junior College Tournament. From Snead State, he signed a scholarship with Troy State University, where he played basketball. His junior year, he was a starter and averaged 16 points per game. His senior year, he averaged 19 points per game on a team that averaged 121.1 points per game. You heard that right. 121.1 points per game. That Troy team scored over 100 points in 23 of 29 games that season. He was twice named Sports Illustrated Small College Player of the Week. He received selection to numerous all-tournament teams. And then, if that wasn't enough, after playing basketball at Troy, his senior year he tried out for the football team and made the team at wide receiver, catching 3 passes and scoring 1 touchdown in football. He had 1 NFL tryout with the Denver Broncos. He did an NFL combine at Georgia Tech and 1 basketball combine that led to the NBA Summer League in Irvine, California. Ladies and gentlemen, 2025 Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame inductee, Jack Smith.
Good evening, everyone. Had to change out my glasses so I can see. I did come prepared. Actually wrote a speech to make sure I stay within the time limit. And so, to start off, what a humbling experience this moment is. Standing here before you tonight as an inductee into the Limestone County Hall of Fame feels surreal. That it does. I can't help but to reflect on the people, the places, the purpose that brought me here. This honor isn't mine alone. It belongs to every hand that helped me climb, every voice that cheered for me on the way, and every challenge that shaped me. First and foremost, I want to thank God for His grace, His guidance, His strength that He's given me every day through this journey. His presence has been a constant light in my life. To the selection committee, thank you for this incredible honor. Your recognition affirms the values and work that Limestone County has always inspired in me. And to those who came before me, your examples paved the way for people to follow. I'm proud to be in your company. Freddie, good job, brother, and thank you. Limestone County isn't just where I'm from, it's who I am. From the red clay roads to the front porches, the fellowship halls, this community has taught me resilience, compassion, and quite dignity of service. Every achievement I've been blessed with is rooted in the lessons I learned right from here. I want to acknowledge my family and friends, the heartbeat of my life. Your love, patience, and encouragement has been a shelter in the storms and a celebration of the victories. You believed in me even when I doubted myself. Thank you, family. To my beautiful wife of 32 years, LaTanya, thank you for your unwavering love, faith, and strength. You've been my partner in every sense of the word, and I wouldn't be standing here without you. And to my kids, Jacoby, Jordan, which is not here, and my daughter, Langston Reagan, you are you are my most significant legacy. Watching you grow into the people that you are today has been the proudest part of my journey. I love you all. And tonight, I offer a special thanks to my mom and dad. Though they are no longer here with us in body, I feel the presence every day. Their values, sacrifice, and unconditional love laid the foundation on which everything else in my life has been built. This moment is a tribute to not just me, but to them also. I extend my gratitude to my mentors and colleagues, those who challenged me, guided me, walked alongside me with integrity and purpose, and I honor all those who helped shape my journey. Even if they've moved on from this world, the legacy lives on in what we continue to build. If there's one message I'd like to leave for the next generation, that is, greatness is not defined by the spotlight, but it's by the choices we make with humility and heart. It's found in the hands we hold, the lives we uplift, and the legacy we leave behind. Thank you, Limestone County, for giving me so much. I will carry this honor with pride and with purpose. Thank you.
How about another round of applause for all of our inductees tonight? Congratulations, and certainly well deserved. Again, we're honored that you were here with us tonight. We want once again thank Martin and Kobe, Mr. Freddie, Frederick, all the fine folks at Martin and Kobe. Thank you again for being our corporate sponsor of the banquet. We greatly appreciate it. Last thing, if you're looking at your programs, I do this every year before we leave, on page 83. I guarantee you, several people here tonight looked around the room at all the people that's in the Hall of Fame or looked in the banquet program and thought, why is this person not in the Hall of Fame, or that person, or I wish this person was there. Well, they have to get nominated. So page 83 is a nomination form. If you know somebody that's in the Hall of Fame, that you would like to see in the Hall of Fame that's not been nominated, you can go to our website, Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame. The nomination form is on the website. So I encourage you to do that. Teammates or coaches or people you know, to get in the Hall of Fame, we have to get them nominated. The flowers arrangements that are on your table tonight, if you would like to take those home with you, please feel free to do so. Please do not take the balls, but you can take the flower arrangements. We do reuse those balls. That was quite an undertaking, so you're welcome to the flowers, but leave the balls. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the 2025 Limestone County Sports Hall of Fame induction banquet. We greatly appreciate you. Thank you, and have a great night.
You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk live on location. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Join us next Saturday at 10 a.m. on 1080 WKAC. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC. P4 Therapy is an outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Home security is not what it used to be. With Secure Connect and smart home integration features, you can unlock your doors and turn off your alarm from your smart home app. No more hiding a key under a rock. Get Secure Connect and live life connected. Call Ardmore Telephone Company at 800-830-9946 to secure your home today.
Now that you've got that new place on the water, BP Riverworks can finish the picture with a boathouse, dock, or seawall. Call Barron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks, licensed and insured, 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097. Now on a platform near you, the only year-round weekly podcast covering the Huntsville Havoc, the Wreakin' Havoc Podcast. News, interviews, and more. Dropping every Thursday, we'll just reek of the Huntsville Havoc. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and listen, follow, and subscribe on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app and online at wreakinhavoc.com. You've been listening to the best of Tailgate Talk. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Join us next Saturday at 10 a.m. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.